in this van, I have never actually done it yet. No, I don't think I have. Just a random cat at the park. They like to hang out over here too. So today we're going to do something, I don't want to say unusual, but something that I haven't done before. I'm not gonna be talking about food. Okay, alrighty, I've got to get some goodies together into the right spaces. I also have to empty this one. You know what this is? This is a pee bottle. Yep, it's full all the way up to here. 2 liters. And I only went pee 3 times. This is what we do when we need to go in the middle of the night or when there's people around. Just do it inside of the van. And then just dump it in the bushes. If there's the drain, pour it in there. Best time when it's raining and the water's running down the street, just slowly pour it right in there. It washes right down. That's the best, really. But it'll, dump it when you can. You don't want to carry that for too long with you, because when it's full, it's full. And if you need to go and it's full, you have a problem. Here we are. Did you even get that? Did you even get that? No way. Now I get to mother. Oh, see, awesome. That worked out well. Ow! Well, in one of my next videos, you are going to see a bruise on my arm. Yes. Perfect. So we get this, we get that, we get this and that. We have a project I want to show you who. Look at me. What do you see? What do you see? Poorly groomed. So today we are talking about grooming in van life. And for that, we have prepared a tiny little project, because in this van, I have never actually done it yet. No, I don't think I have. I think the last time I shaved my head was just before I moved into the van in March of this year. It's the end of September now. So let's say it was the end of March, and now it's the end of September. So that's been a while. I have trimmed my mustache a little bit one time, but that's it. And now it is absolutely overgrown. It gets in my mouth when I eat, when I drink, when I want to lick my lips. I taste hair. It's always hair and nothing but hair. And I'm not a hare. Yeah, I know. I'm a funny guy. Van life and grooming for men. So when you want to groom yourself, you trim your hair, be that your beard or your head. There's usually, well, you have generally two options, right? If we have a simple style, then we can probably do it ourselves easily. And if you have a complicated style, then we might want to see a barber for things, right? Especially the guys who have like partially shaved heads, where the hair is going at an angle, gets longer and longer, and then they have like designs cut into it. Those things are very difficult to do by yourself. And usually you're better off if someone does it for you, right? Because you don't want to mess it up. Because clearly your looks are very important to you. Okay, now my hairstyle, I guess, is very simple. Since I've been overweight for a long time, and I guess I've had some form of self-esteem issues for a long time. I have not put a whole lot of energy into my appearance because there was simply no point in doing so. Yeah. What, do I want to look like a pretty boy? I'm fat. So, now the very first thing you need when you want to see yourself is something like this. I get this at Aldi the other day because I was walking through the aisle to the meat section and I saw the thing. So this is, how does this work? Okay, here we go. Okay, it is a mirror. Absolutely. Beautiful mirror. Can you see yourself? All right, beautiful mirror. So now this is an interesting design. Now, for the most part, if I was looking for a mirror, I was looking for a travel mirror, right? Now this one has a lid. It's a big one, right? I mean, like, just in comparison, this is a big mirror. So what I kind of like about this, besides being big, the lid folds over all the way to over here, and at this point, when you put it down somewhere, it's a standing mirror. And I assume, simply makes the assumption that this particular angle is probably the right angle for most people who sit at a dresser and need to look into a mirror, right? So this kind of perfect, right? And then since you can close it, that also means it doesn't get smudged on it. So that's all nice. I got this for the amazing price of only $15. All right, but this mirror is more than just a mirror, because when I open this up, I got two buttons down here on the bottom, and let me just press the one for you. It's on the right. There you go. It's got a light around it. Isn't that cute? Isn't that absolutely cute? So it's a, if you say it's a makeup mirror with LED light. And there's another button here. Oh, I can change the warmth of the light. I guess this one is daylight. This one is like warm light, old-fashioned. And this is like in between or something. Now, let's turn back off. I have tested the light in the evening. It's useless. Yes, I said it. The LED light, unfortunately, is useless. While it looks bright here, when you're close to the mirror and you need the light to actually illuminate your face, it's not doing the job. We need a brightness considerably higher. So if you want to shave or trim or put your makeup on in the evening when it's darker, you will need an additional light illuminating your face. This is more of a fancy gimmick than anything practical. But, you know, it is there, and I think it, you know, it made me buy it, I guess. Here in the back, I've got a charging port. It's a micro USB. I guess it's micro USB to USB. I don't even know. See, I lost the cable already. As long as you have a micro USB cable that has a USB-A or USB-C connector on the other end, you'll be fine. And then here's a main power switch. So you can actually turn that off. And then these buttons no longer work. I guess this is for travel or other things. I don't know. However, and this is where our project comes in. No, it's not about the light. Could have been about the light. It is about placing the mirror. I don't have a good surface in here to place a mirror. That's number one. But number two is when I shave using a razor and I cut these hairs or I trim this, I'm gonna be having hair everywhere. So the question is, how much hair do you want on the inside of your van? Okay, for context, what I have done in the past, when I still lived in my Toyota Highlander, I trimmed my hair and beard regularly. Now, for the most part, I had a goatee, right? So much shorter, like this. Well, this here didn't exist. And what I would normally do is I bring my razor with me, which is a stupid statement. I live in the vehicle, it's always with me. But you make the decision you want to shave. So I'm waiting for a nice day. Even in the winter time, when it's cold out, you can wait for a nice day. A nice day generally in the winter would be one where it is maybe 10 or 15 degrees warmer than on the other days, right? Because it's a temperature difference that makes a difference in your perception of how you feel. Okay, so I wait for a nice day, and I work nights, so this is mostly happening at nighttime. And as I'm driving with customers and everything, eventually I will see my surroundings differently, right? I look for a building, in particular between customers, right? Or if I just drop someone off, maybe I drove past a building that I think is suitable. So I would look for a building that most likely has perhaps a white wall if possible, but that is not that necessary. What I'm looking more for is super bright street lights and building lights. They illuminate everything. And when I find that, then I would get out of my car. I would have a bottle of water handy. I would get my razor ready. I would take my shirt off, get a small towel, and then I would use my side mirror, usually on the driver's side, right? The rear view mirror on the side. I would use that to look into it and trim. And then when I do the head, if it's longer like this, I might just run the razor through it and then look in the mirror to see what I have to pay attention to. Like, oh, there's some more here, there's more there, whatever, So things like that. and it worked for the most part. I'm sure sometimes I missed something that I couldn't see anyway, and nobody ever mentioned it to me, so I guess no one else cared either about my appearance. Anyway, so that being said, that is the backstory of how I used to do it living in my Highlander. And then when I go to the gym, I still have one, don't know where it is since I haven't shaved in such a long time. I have a head shaver, and if you use it regularly, for me, I've got fine hair, twice a week would be enough. You can do it in the shower at the gym, and this is what I used to do at the gym. I would shave my head and then rinse out the shaver. It's a wet dry shaver, so I can use it under running water. That I would be using at the gym, or I have been using at the gym for the most part. I guess I can also do it here in the van. Like I say, I only moved in March, April actually, and I haven't shaved since, and I don't know where that particular razor is. So yeah, we're not going to be testing that today, but we are having our fancy little mirror. And the question is, where are we putting it? Especially a mirror that has a silly flap. You know, it's not like the small stand that you just fold into it. It's a big silly flap the same size of the mirror. So we need to mount this. We need to hang this somewhere. And where and how are we gonna do that? Now, in order to hang this, we have a couple different options. A shelf, just stand it on it, right? A hook, hang it on it. A suction cup to attach it to something. Velcro and magnets. Now, the biggest question here is, suction cup would probably be working very well with a lot of different surfaces, but how do you attach the suction cup to the mirror? That doesn't seem so easy. As a matter of fact, I don't know how to do that, because you can find suction cup hooks, but you can't find suction cups with a flat glue-on surface, really. I mean, I haven't. Probably because that surface would come, the glue-on part would probably be ripping off because the suction cup works well. I don't know, maybe they have it. I couldn't find it. I've done some minor research into that subject. I couldn't find suction cups. Would have been nice, because then you can also use it in the shower, go to the gym, put it up there, right? But I couldn't find that. And it's about van life anyway, not about shower life. So I've got this side of the van, and I've got two different materials that I have here. I've got the windows, which is glass, and I've got the van surface, which is metal. So I can use either one. Now, I prefer shaving outside of the vehicle. That means I want to attach the mirror to the outside of the van. And I'm tall, so the best surface on my head level would actually be the glass. The suction cup would be perfect. Can't find those. And the alternative is Velcro. You need to put a piece of Velcro on here, put a piece of Velcro on the other side, on the glass, and then you can stick it on, take it off, stick it on, take it off. Problem with that is the Velcro is going to be on the outside of the vehicle, leaving A, ugly Velcro on the outside, and B, is this waterproof? Stuff gonna get stuck in there. Leaves, dust, branches, whatever, right? I don't want to do that. The metal surfaces are more limited, but in particular between two windows, there's a good strip of metal left. That means magnets might be the way to go. But then if I put a big magnet here on the back, and I don't think a tiny magnet is gonna do the job, because there is some weight to this. You don't want this to just slide off, right? So you need a more powerful magnet, and the bigger, stronger magnet, well, it's bigger, and that might make putting the mirror into storage could be an issue. So this is my solution to this problem. I have purchased Velcro. Yes, I bought Velcro. I bought Velcro because I already had magnet. And this is glue on Velcro. So this says right here on the pack, holds up to 10 pounds. See that? Holds up to 10 pounds. This one, I don't know, 8 to 16 ounces. So half a pound to a pound. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna take the Velcro strip out, trim it to size of the magnet, attach it one side to the magnet, and then the other side to the mirror. So when I want to use it, I can put the magnet with the Velcro piece onto the mirror and then stick that to the side of the van. But if I want to put the mirror into storage, I can take the magnet with the Velcro off, stick it against any kind of metal that I might have. There's going to be plenty around, and then simply slide the mirror into whatever storage compartments I want for it. So that is my solution to the problem. Now let's work on that. All right, so here we have our 4 components: magnet, scissors, Velcro, mirror. We need the mirror and we need the mirror last. We put that to the side. We're gonna open this up and take a piece of Velcro out. Okay, so this is a long piece, but it's also a wide piece. Here are our magnets. Okay, that's interesting. So what are the things you're gonna be doing here? Right? We don't want the Velcro to be considerably bigger than the magnet. So the very first thing we do, we're gonna cut it off right here. Put the remaining piece back into the container and put it to the side. All right, so now we have a piece that is kind of the length of the magnet. Maybe cut it a little bit shorter still. Right. Now we have the proper length. And what we're doing now, next, is remove the magnet from the scissors, because that doesn't work well. Now we are going to be, you know what, let's move it off center, off the edge a little bit, right here. It's a little bit off the edge. That gives us some space to cut along. Right? So when we move it back, we kind of have a perfect fit for our magnet. That's number 1. We're gonna be doing the same thing for number 2. Move it to the side a little bit. Turn it over. cut it off. And then this one, also perfect fit. Beauty. Now we are doing what? We're peeling off. I'm wearing glasses and I still can't see anything. It's amazing. There we go. There we go. Right on the magnet. What a beauty. Now, we do the same thing with the other one. Now the package said they have a holding power of 10 pounds, right? That means one is probably enough for the little mirror, because that mirror is not 10 pounds, not even close. But for mounting options and stability, I like to have 2 of them. Right over here, put it down all the way across. And here's the second one. Right. Okay, beauty. Take the plastic, put it in our bucket. It's not a garbage bucket, but that's what it turns into very quickly. And now we're going to be mounting our magnets. So this is a mirror, right? Now one question would be, how do we mount a mirror generally? Do we want it this way? Do we want it this way? Right, this is like ladder, and this is landscape, right? Orientation wise. I don't think it matters. So what we're doing here is we're gonna be putting them right over here. So we're gonna be putting one here and one over here. Right? That should work. So gonna peel back that thingy there and put this right over here. And same thing over here. Peel back. Come on. There we go. Bucket. Put a magnet right on here. Right. Now we get 2 magnets attached. Now we should be able to. Oopsie. Should, I said. Alright, that did not work out as planned. Okay, glad thing you saw that first. Maybe I'll leave the magnets on. Alright, so here we are. 2 magnets. I'm not sure if there's anything you can do to help. Maybe the bottom piece of Velcro should have... That's probably what I should have done, right? Cut a bigger piece of Velcro to glue on. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so we don't actually know which piece of... Okay, yes, we do now. All right, So the fluffy side is, see, for each one of them could be different because I don't know which way I attached it, right? I have no clue. So here I've got the hard side and I've got the fluffy side. So now I'm gonna be looking for this piece over here. It's a bigger piece, right? And I'm looking for the fluffy side. Okay, here we are. And now we are putting this down right here. And now we can put the magnet on there, just like that. Yeah, that's easier. That's definitely easier to get off. And then maybe yeah, this one's coming off. Maybe it was just a question of time to let the glue do its work, but otherwise it would have been perfect because I had it glued on reversed, right? So I could have used this side to do the same thing over here. I don't need to because apparently this one sticks well. So I guess I just what you call it, I removed it too quickly, which happens. Okay, so I've got big window here, smaller window here, another window on the other door. There's windows all around the van. So the windows great for suction cups, not good for attaching Velcro to or magnets. But I've got this nice strip right in between the rear cargo area and that first door. And this is a strip I'm going to be utilizing for my pretty mirror. There you go. There you go. Turn on the lights. Change the light setting. Turn it off. So, I'm upright. Probably want this a little bit higher. I'm tall. All right, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. Will this work? So what do you think? No longer gets on my mouse. That's a success. Now comes the real challenge. What do you think? Not bad, right? Now if I had that head razor, I could cut this here, this little stubble on the top. I would be able to cut that down dramatically further. But this is a major improvement. I look almost presentable. Success! Yes! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Beauty, I feel so much better. This had been bothering me for such a long time already. So nice. And now that we're done, just close the mirror. All done. And just take it off. Easy peasy. No harm done. We do have a lot of loose hair. And because of that, we want to spray off a little bit. There we go. All right. That was almost refreshing. Perfect. And the only evidence that remains is on the floor. Actually, the only evidence that really remains is gonna be this pretty boy over here. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put my shirt back on because I know you don't want me to be flexing in front of a camera or you ladies. Alright, beautiful.